Rock bottle on the track, boy.
What's going on, MacPack members? Welcome back to the channel. Got another video for you regarding the MacPack Alpha series, and today I'm just going to quickly show you everything that is involved with this dynasty, the settings, the rules, and everything that we do here with this Alpha squad. So let's get on into it. You can see yet, obviously we're on Heisman 7-minute quarters. One thing I've never done before is play with the speed threshold at 0. I usually have that at 10 or 15, but we're trying some different things out. We can always make adjustments to that if we feel necessary. Now we are rocking with C Gator's custom slider. Shout out to him. So some of this may look a little confusing to you and may not make sense, but I believe it's supposed to make for a more realistic gameplay. And so far I am enjoying these. Going to look at the sliders. Slider check. It's not the CPU at 100 and user at 0. So don't come in here. You can miss me with that for all of you that come in and say that yours are at 0 and 100 and then you still clap the CPU by 100. That's not really what this dynasty is about. But QB accuracy at 2. So especially on the first drive or even after a turnover, throwing a slant is sometimes impossible. We'll throw a 5-yard slant about 15 yards in the wrong direction. Receiver catching at 1, run blocking at 1, and then pass coverage all the way at 100. What this is supposed to do is make the individual player's attributes actually matter. If you have a good cornerback with good zone or man coverage skills, he should be in the right spots. If he's sus there, if he's lacking, obviously his coverage is going to be bad. If you have a good running back, you know, his attributes will matter. If you have a good catching receiver, his catching attributes, his spectacular catching attributes will matter. That is what these sliders are supposed to do. Checking over the CPU, the one thing that kind of caught my attention at first was the 19 QB accuracy. I've never had anything like that for the CPU this low. But again, it is supposed to make the individual players' ratings actually matter. So this way, if you're playing FCS or whatnot, and you're playing against a 60 overall quarterback, he's not going to go 28 for 28 for 300 yards, not missing a pass whatsoever. His individual QB accuracy and throw power are going to matter. That is 100% what these sliders are entailed to do. And I think they do a great job of that. So again, shout out to Seagator for creating these. I know a lot of people that use these sliders. All right, so those were the rules. Those were the custom sliders. That's just a little about what we do over here on the MacPack Alpha Dynasty series. Now, just like a lot of other streamers and content creators, we do allow people to redeem a player and be a part of the team. That's what this is all about. But there's so much more to that. You don't just pick a player, get that player, and however good he is, that's how good he is. No. You pick the player, you customize him, give me the name, number, where he's from. We can change all that, the looks. We can deck him out, give him some swag, whatever you want to do. But as soon as you redeem a player, what we do is then we spin the wheel to determine how good overall your player is. So let's say you redeem a player, we spin the wheel, and it stops at number 4. You can see here on the screen, number 4 is 72 overall. So you tell me the type of player that you want, maybe a receiver, maybe a possession receiver. I go in and edit his stats to make him 72 overall, right? So we're not going to just have a team full of 99 overall. You can see here the best you can be is 90, but if you roll a 10, you're going to be 50 and you suck. That's just what it is. It's randomizing it. We are all about utilizing the wheel over here. And so once you redeem a player, this is how you get your player. Now, there are 2 different ways you can improve your player. One, you can just do the channel points to score an NIL deal, and that gets you +5 in any of the attributes you want. Only 2 points per category. So if you redeem that, you can't put all 5 on speed. You can only do 2. So it's or you can do this random player development spin. You can see all the different options here. But again, let's say we spin the wheel, blah, blah, blah. 8 pops up. Your player is working too hard, your injury rating goes down to 50 for a game. You can see all those different options. So it's random. It's a chance for you to possibly improve your player. Possibly your player takes a step back. If you are a bench player and you roll something like number 3, It's a way for you to get your player in the starting lineup. So just something new, something different that we do. Now, number 10, you got caught banging the coach's daughter. I'm going to spin this once. If it pops up, I spin it again. If I roll back-to-back 10s, you are removed for the team. If we do 10 and then we spin it again and like an 8 comes up, then you're just benched for a game. So that's how that works. Again, you can just spend the points to improve your player, or you can have a random wheel spin. The alpha wheel. This is every third game. We have kind of like a random event for our team. We spin the wheel, and whatever number pops up, it is number 2. We threw a huge pregame party. We lower the sliders by 5. So we'll lower the CPU sliders and make them a little worse for one game and make the game maybe a little bit easier. You can see on the flip side, if it was a number 3, our players were caught studying, and so the sliders would be increased. The CPU sliders would be increased, and it would make it a little bit harder. So that's the way this works. The alpha wheel, we do that every third game. Unless you redeem to be an athletic director. And here's all the duties you can do with that athletic director. It's for one game. You can choose to have any of the wheel spins. So we just saw the player redemption. You can redeem another player, the random development of the player, or the alpha wheel, that one where it's kind of a random event for the team. You can choose which wheel you want to spin, as well as choosing the uniforms, choosing the starting lineup, the playbooks, the play style. If you want us to go like up tempo, check the ball all over the yard. You want us to play conservative, run, things like that. And then lastly, but not least, is choose to create a wheel of plays. So in the past, what we've done is we've used the wheel to come up with 10 different plays. Some have been like punt, some have been field goal block, QB sneak, whatever 10 plays you want. They could be good plays, they can be bad plays to perhaps sabotage me. And then during the game, you hit exclamation point alpha. I have to spin the wheel and run whatever play, no matter the situation that the wheel came up with. Moving on to the star recruit. What is this? If you want to redeem a recruit, you can pay more points, more channel points, and pick this specific recruit. Probably want to choose a 5-star kid, because the way that I'm doing this is, if at any point during the dynasty, your recruit that you redeem wins a Heisman, you get a $50 Amazon card. Now that's assuming that recruit did not choose our school. Nobody that I'm using that wins a Heisman. If they do, I'm not giving anybody a $50 card for that. But let's say you redeem a 5-star running back. He goes to Alabama. His junior season, he wins a Heisman. We'll follow that progress, and whoever redeemed him, I will give a $50 Amazon gift card. You can do that. Or you can spend less points and, again, utilize the wheel. Whatever comes up. Number 3, you get a 3-star recruit. I'll show you the list of recruits. And you choose a 3-star. And we follow his progress and see how he does. Now you can do any position. You can name them anything. We can change how they look. We can change where they're from. We can do all of that. But this is another thing that if you want to redeem a recruit, but you want to do random to see how good they are, that's this. You can also redeem being a coach. You can be a head coach anywhere. You can be an offensive coordinator. You can be a defensive coordinator. If the coach that you redeem wins a national championship at any time in the dynasty, you get a $20 Amazon gift card. So that's what we have, folks. We have get yourself on the team, but then spin the wheel to see how good your player is. The alpha wheel, which is a random event that we're going to do every 3 games to determine what happens to our team. Do we get better for a little bit? Do we get worse? The random player development. We spin the wheel. Does your player get better? Does he get worse? The athletic director wheel, the recruit wheel. We have all these different things. Obviously, the series is built around the wheel. So come spin it. Come redeem these channel points. Be a part of something fun, something perhaps a little bit unique. And let's just see where we go with this.